On today's video, we're going to go through a microscopic inspection of corners, edges, and surfaces of cards so that we can decide what to keep raw and what to grade. I hope you guys enjoy the show.
Welcome back, everybody. So today we have another microscopic inspection video for you guys. This one I thought it'd be cool to share. I appreciate you, Brian, for allowing me to do this. Brian is a new customer over in New York. He sent me a bunch of childhood cards, 80s. I think there's one in the 70s, early 90s, and also a couple ultra modern cards. So good variety, 11 cards total. Some of you guys have been asking for like older cards as far as inspections go. So just wanted to leverage this opportunity to kind of share a little bit of the details of some of the things that you can see under the scope. Some of you guys like just the reveal videos. Some of you guys like the inspection videos. Some of you guys like the combination of inspection and reveal videos. And I appreciate it. I can't like make everyone happy, so I just do what I can based on the time I have. So hope you guys enjoy this. If you don't, obviously you can just click out X and check the next video out of someone else. But if you do and you find some value on this, that's awesome too. If you guys have any questions about anything as far as my services go, you're welcome to email me at frostyfeecards@gmail.com. But let's go ahead and check it out, and we'll go from there. I appreciate it. All right, Brian, welcome to your first inspection here. We're going to go through your cards. I appreciate the notes. I have not looked at them just because I don't want to have a bias when I start. But let's just go through this together, and then we'll kind of recap and revisit everything together. This is just a first look, and then we'll see what we got. Nice cards, though. I love the 80s. First one's the Ryne Sandberg 85 tops. That's what it looks like. Love this set. So we're going to go through the corners, we're going to go through the edges, and then we're going to go through surface and the backside. Same thing. Centering is already with you. So first one here, let's just make sure we have this nice and focused. All right, so first things first, corner. Good shape, however, you can see the gray right there. That's chipping, that's paper stock gloss. It's supposed to be glossy all the way through. You can see how it turns matte right at the finish, and you can see an angled line. So that is considered paper loss on the corner itself. That is a wear. Top edge looks really good. Got maybe minor chipping near the tip over here. Very minimal, but still present. Right corner, you can see shape is held together really by the fibers. You can see the paper stock gloss right on the tip over there. So you can see the grayish tint and also some extra fibers. Let me see if this will help for you to see as well. Sometimes the white stock, you can see where it glows, extra white. That's the paper stock underneath. Where it's supposed to be glossy is where you see all the pixels, and you can clearly see at the end there's some glowing going on, so that's what they're going to be looking at. So paper loss on that side as well. Coming down the right, we'll get back to the surface, but right edge looks really good so far. Don't really see any kind of chipping. Maybe till we get there, but that's really nitpicky at that point. That's not going to be something that's going to be punitive. Bottom right corner, you can see once again great shape. However, there's plenty of chipping down at the bottom. Paper loss down here near the structure. You can see it's gray, then it jags into the actual surface itself. Coming along the bottom edge, which is where most 80s cards have issues, is the bottom chipping. You can see this one's really no exception. Maybe if I turn it off again, we'll be able to see a little bit more. Well, you see the little spots glowing white. And if not, I can even just pull this way. You can see where the gray is. You can see where the gray fibers are. But either way, we do have a decent amount of chipping on the bottom. There you go, another chunk over there that's glowing just right over here. Right there, you see how my finger turns it black. So there's another chip, and then we have a little bit more near the edge over here. Corner on this side, same thing, a little bit of wear as well. So essentially you have four corners, even though naked eye-wise, shape looks excellent. We do have plenty of paper loss and chipping. You can see how it's clearly gray, but eye peel-wise, it looks decent. Corners, also, not the corners, sorry. Left edge right here, a little chip too in the gray. A little bit more as we go up, and a little bit more, a little bit more. So we have quite a bit of chipping. Four corners itself, typically with wear, ends up as a near mint 8, regardless of everything else that's going on. Surface, take a look at it real quick. Pretty good so far here. Got a pixel deformity right there. But we also have light print spots over here on the border. Those aren't going to be punitive. They're small, but they are present. We just want to be as precise as we possibly can. Especially the vintage. This is considered vintage at this point. Also another pixel deformation right by the face. You can see that right there. And it's not about seeing under the scope. Once you see it, I look for it, naked eye right in front of me, and I can see it as well. So you got two pretty easy to spot defects as far as that goes. Scope really helps identify the issues. You also have a discoloration right here, pixel issue as far as print deformities. That's considered technically like a donut hole or fisheye, whatever you want to call it. Also another black mark here by the groin area. We also have a pit, slight tiny indentation right here. I'd call it maybe ballpoint pin tip size, very small, not deep, but enough for me to be able to spot with the naked eye as well. Down here by the logo, we have a very minor issue. That's a little bit less of a problem, but I can still spot it with the naked eye as well. Just a slight indentation, height mapped, well, height-based type of deformity. Not the end of the world, but still, all these little things start to affect the grade. So, based on the front alone, I could tell you it's very likely an 8. I don't think it's going to be worse than that. Backside, beautiful corner here. The nice part I like about the backside of these old cards, it's like compressed cardboard. So it's very hard to actually note wear just because a lot of it's very standard. But this particular corner too, it's basically composed, the shape is really based on fibers in an upward motion. It's missing the green near the tip. Very hard to spot just because it blends in nice, but if you've looked at enough of these, you can see those two. Same with this corner, a little gray near the tip as well instead of green. So there's another small issue. And bottom left corner, pretty good. And backside good. I don't see kind of indentations, creases, or wrinkles on the back, however. They have light print issues, like these little black dots, but they're really not going to be a major issue. Biggest issue with this card is really going to be the 4 corners and the chipping on the bottom edge. A little bit on the left edge, I could say, is kind of a concern, but I would push very likely towards that 8. Minimal possibility at all for 9. When you have all 4 corners, typically ends up being an 8. So that's the first look at the Sandberg. Obviously, these will have a light wipe down and kind of revisit, but I like to look at everything twice. Next one is the 91 Jordan SP1 baseball. So let's check it out. So first corner, you can see very nice. Issue right there is you can already see the edge imbalance. It's kind of bowed inwards and then it rises back up. So you can see how it slopes down, comes back up, and then it goes straight. And you can also see the stock difference right there. So I would tell you right there, it's considered kind of a miscut. Obviously, it's factory issue. It doesn't look like it's damage. However, it will impact the grade just because if you look at the rest of this particular edge, very smooth sailing across the top, nice and consistent. And then we have that bow right there. So it's visible to the naked eye as well when you look. Almost looks like a slight indentation in the edge itself. Right corner looks great, nice and sharp. Hold on, sweet girl. Okay, let me finish this and I'll come in and take a look. Left side here. Okay, bottom left corner, you can see that little dark mark. Maybe you see if it's dirt. Doesn't appear to be dirt. Looks like a print defect, black mark from the ink itself. Corner shape itself is pretty nice though. Micro fray right there. You can see that little tip hanging out, slight rounding as well, angled. That's a hair. At least we know that comes off. But realistically, that's going to be your punitive issue right there. Also the bottom left corner, very likely going to drop it a full grade or more. I would think the edge itself, based on what I see, it's very likely going to hurt the grade 2 grades. It's just these little subtle things. But the edges do look fantastic. As you can see, there was no chipping. Surface itself, once again, just looking for pixel deformities. We also have a light yellow fisheye right there. 1, 2. There's 2 and 1, or 1 and 2 you should say. Those are visible to the naked eye if you look at them. We also have a couple up here I can spot. You can see that yellow right there as well. And those are just me kind of browsing with the naked eye as I look at this at the same time through the scope. Beyond that, the surface is pretty nice. Backside, beautiful corner. Can't really argue that one at all. Just nice shape and everything. Clean top edge. Moving to the right side, you can see the corner looks great. We do have a little edge chipping right there. Kind of sinks in a little bit, also has extra fibers. The issue is that the gloss is broken. Surface structure kind of divots inwards. So that's where the damage is. Right edge looks really good too. Bottom right corner, Slightly rounded, factory cut though, not from damage itself, so that one they'll typically let slide. In the bottom left you can see there's a deformity as well, kind of slants in, out. There's also two different tones, so you have the gloss and the matte finish, so there's plenty of paper loss on this side as well. So we go up the left edge, you can see a chunk missing there, a couple more chunks missing inwards, another one, and a couple light ones up here as well. So overall, same thing. This is a card that's very likely a near mint card. No wrinkles, creases, or indents on the backside though, but nonetheless still very likely ends up being an 8 as far as grading goes with PSA. SGC could be more lenient, and I'll talk about that more probably in the second video, or if you have questions, but we'll talk about it then. Third one here is the Shohei. So Chrome is different, and when you look at Chrome, obviously everything else kind of doesn't look nearly as good, especially just on edges and corners. On the front side is rarely the issue when it comes to foundation of the card, which is the corners and edges. You can see 4 beautiful corners, beautiful sharp edges, undebatable. As far as surface goes, see what we can spot as far as things go. Just a light surface defect right here, very light. Likely on the top, so superficial. Probably just wipe that off. Another one right here. Very small. Micro scratches in the jersey itself. Visibility is not really that bad. Got a thumbprint, no big deal. Those are easy. Light pit right here. Second light or third light down. You can see the black dot right in the middle. Very small, but it is something that you can spot with the naked eye. Could be topical as well, superficial I should say, and then you could just do a simple wipe down and likely remove that. But nothing crazy, no deep embedded scratches, nothing permanent as far as what I can tell. Front looks good, centering looks good. Backside, we have a good corner here. We'll get back to the surface over there. We have another good corner as well, you can see. Nice and sharp, pixels go all the way to the tip, so this gloss and the green. Right edge also clean. Bottom right corner, typical issue for most of the Chrome cards. You see the white tip right there. So that is paper loss. It's typically the transparent film that's flipped up and took a chunk of the paper with it, and it is incredibly common. This is the result on most PSA 9s people don't see with the naked eye. And left side also beautiful. As you can see, 3 corners are very consistent in terms of how perfect they are, and then we have this one anomaly, which it is white. So this is one of those cards where it's more likely better off getting a BGS 9.5 or a SGC 10 than it is a PSA, just because of those issues. We also have a little surface issue over here. Minimal, not something I'd worry about. I can see it naked eye wise as well, but it doesn't seem to actually impress or embed into the surface itself. So topical, but this is the corner that's going to hold you back from a PSA 10. It is a corner that you can still get a 9 subgrade with BGS, barring everything else, which everything else does look good, to get a potential BGS 9.5. And then SGC, I don't think it's a leniency issue. I just think that's their grading criteria, where you can sometimes get away with one flaw like this. So overall, I would say this is not a PSA card. If you wanted to try the others, your best opportunity to get a 9.5 or higher, that would be the route I'd go. Okay. Next card we have is the 83. Looks like an 83 Sandberg. Beautiful card. The late great. Alright, so first corner. You can see the shape is decent. The edge is really nice. What you're looking at, the gray, is not actual surface issues. It's on the exterior, so you can see the line is still straight on the edge, which is what you're looking for at this point. Issue is this upper corner edge area. You can see the corner slightly rounded, gray tip also moving along the top edge right there. You can see 2 gray spots that are into the surface itself. That's where you're going to get penalized. Also have light chipping right there on the top edge. Lots of micro chipping here at the top. Those do unfortunately matter. Right corner, you can see it is slightly deformed, combination of paper loss and also structural cut. It's not great eye appeal wise. I would say obviously naked eye wise looks very different, but when they're looking at it like this, you're going to get penalized for it. Right edge looks great. I don't see anything cutting inwards towards the surface. You do have a deformity right over here. Oh, I'm good. Thank you, sweet girl. That looks like a slight surface imperfection. It's not something like a hair that I can wipe off. It looks like it's embedded into the card itself. Oh, maybe not. There you go. The fiber got stuck to the surface for a second. It's the external fibers you see here. Just looped right in, but that doesn't seem to be an issue at this point. This one also, fibers. We just want to make sure they're fibers, not surface issues. So right edge is clean. Bottom right corner, you can see same thing. A little gray, cracking of the surface as well. A little line showing a crack, and then we have more chipping along the bottom edge. Lots of it as well. This is the hard part, like I said, for a lot of 80s cards. The bottom edge is typically the worst thing. Hard to see. Looks like at some point there was likely some moisture issue. You can see the darkness right there as well. You can see that dark shadow. So I would tell you, and there's also a slight lip right here as well. But there's a previous moisture damage very likely on this card as well. Bottom left corner, same. Micro issues, a little fraying, same with the edges. But that moisture damage is really going to be your major issue. Naked eye wise, obviously hard to see, but now that I've seen it, I can spot it pretty easily without the scope. Yeah. I think so. Sorry, kiddo's asking me a million questions. Surface wise looks pretty good. So far you have a ring right here as well. That's a print defect, that circle. Hard to spot just because it is at least white, but now that I'm staring at it without the scope, I can see it clear as day as well. I think they both are, sweetheart. And then we got another one over on this side. You can see that circle, that ring right there. So a couple print defects. Here's another one, third. These are just little things in vintage where it makes or breaks the card by multiple grades. But I would tell you this one, got a dark print defect over there. But the biggest issue you're running into is going to be this corner. You can see that dark overcast of the shadow as well. So that's going to hold this card back from getting a decent grade. With that, you might even get an MK designation. Backside, good. Same thing, compressed cardboard makes everything look pretty good. That's good as well. And that one, slight fraying, but no one's really going to notice. It's really going to be the front that's going to hurt this card. Wrinkles, creases, indentations, I don't see anything as far as that goes, but this card likely ends up being lower than a 7, in my opinion, with that mark. If they do give you MK designation, you might be able to squeeze an 8 out of it, but that's what I notice. All right, next one here, Barry Sanders, Topps Traded. Love this card. Have a few myself. All right, so first corner, pretty darn good. You can see light chipping on the edge over there. Probably not enough to be penalized, but it is present, so there's always that opportunity for them to do it, and it'd be justified. Right corner, beautiful shape. However, you do see that crack right there. The gloss is good, so it's a crack in the surface itself. Not so much actual paper loss, but that is going to be punitive. You have a yellow print defect up here right on the border. They call those, once again, either fish eyes or donut holes. Everyone's kind of got their own language for it. Those typically will bring you down an entire grade. Bottom right corner, probably the nicest one we've seen as far as paper goes. Bottom edge, decent. It hasn't chipped away, but you can see the beginnings of it. But it has not happened yet. Decent, clean. You got minor chipping over here, a little gray. A couple more spots, I would say minimal. Left side pretty good. Centering left to right is pretty heavy. I would say this card, the max possible grade, just based on that and the fisheye alone, is going to be likely a 9. At least from the front side, we also have another yellow print issue right here on the green border. Clear as day to the naked eye at this point. And keep going down. The rest of this actually looks really, really good. Beautiful. Backside, very nice corner there. Light chipping on the top edge. Right corner, good shape. Once again, it's really fiber based as opposed to the actual shape of the card where the stock's supposed to be. Combination of light corner loss as far as paper goes. But regardless if it's white, black, green, or brown, you can see this paper chipping right here along the edges. and that's where things happen. Bottom right actually looks really nice. Like when you look at this corner compared to the ones we see, that's really what you want to go by. It's textbook. It's hard to debate that this corner is really nice. Don't see any kind of real deformities on it whatsoever. That might be a hair. It is. Going down. Left side also looks really, really good. Left edge, minimal issues. No wrinkles, creases, or indentations on the backside. However, I do think with the two fish eyes, the centering, and minor paper loss as far as this goes on some of the corners on the front side, you're likely looking at something between an 8 or 9. You could land in either one, but if it was me, I'd land towards more of a mid 8, very low 9. Excuse me. Next one here we have is the 82, I believe it's 82, Ozzie Smith. All right, let's check it out here. Good shape on the corner, slight paper loss. You can see tip of the edge right there. Also slight roundness in as far as the paper gloss goes. So you can see the gray right at the tip, so that is considered not a sharp corner. This corner, same. You can see the paper fray, slight slant cut in, also slightly rounded, fraying, really moving outwards toward the side. So paper loss as well. Very nice edges until we get to there. Then you can see a slight edge issue. Bottom right corner, that's where you can see there's quite a bit of paper loss as well. Going down the edge, you can see the chipping. Lots of chipping. Lots of chipping. Same with that corner too. So once again, 4 corners. You also have print defects, very minimal, but present. You have to account for them. Left side, more chipping as we go. Overall, same thing. We have 4 corners that do have paper loss. Surface, I mean, it's very vibrant. The eye appeal looks great. I mean, if you're a eye appeal collector, this one's hard to beat. But the issues is really going to be the little things. If you're expecting a 10, it's not happening. If you're expecting a 9, it's unlikely going to happen as well. You have a slight print defect right here. You can see a tiny white circle right there. That is present. You can see it with the naked eye as well. Once you locate it, it's really easy to spot. But key is trying to find them first and then seeing if you can spot them. So I can confirm that is naked eye visible. Backside corner, that one's clearly gray. It's lost some of the paper as far as the green goes. So shape is there once again, however, that's what we're dealing with at this point. Same with this side. Over here, same. It's also slightly cut inwards. You can see it's rounded as opposed to sharp. And the bottom left, we also have slight deformities as far as the gray goes, almost to a white. Very light. Hard to notice, but if you're looking under scope, it's very visible. Also on the front surface, as far as elevation goes, a lot of these old ones have little bubbles. There's one right above the P over here. You can see the dark circle that forms right here, next to my finger to the right. That is very visible to the naked eye. It pops upwards. It's not an indent. It's actually typical. A lot of the older cards, I assume it's from humidity and moisture. It bubbles up. You can't push it back down either. They're solid. So it's really the fibers that have hardened, in my opinion, over the years. So this one very likely ends up as 7, possible 8. As nice as it looks, I know naked eye wise, it's likely what we're ending up with. Up next, we have a modern card. We have ourselves a hollow web. I don't know if that's what they call it. Well, it's from the Trick or Treat Panini, Steph Curry, centering. I know this one was left to right, a little bit heavy, but probably still within range. Good corner and edge. Once again, foil base, so very unlikely to have real corner issues and edge issues unless they've been dropped. So once again, good, solid all the way to the tip. Bottom edge clean, bottom left corner also clean. That doesn't appear to be white, it's the pattern design forming. But one way to confirm for sure is to see if it glows. Let's go ahead and turn the light off, see if it's paper loss. And you can see it's dark, so it's not paper loss. It's just where the design continues to be the web. And left side looks good. Surface wise, foil base, light texture. not quite as textured as Pokemon, so these are susceptible to more surface type scratches as opposed to print lines, but let's double check anyway. I always like to make sure. Surface here looks really clean. I'll stop on anything that's punitive. I don't even see any scratches. So very good. I mean, the card front side looks good, foundation very nice and clean, back side beautiful corners you can see, top edge nice and smooth, right corner also very nice, maybe slight touch at the tip, but that's not going to be punitive, that's just me being ultra picky. Right side looks good as well, bottom right corner also very good, you have excess paper sticking out the side, but that's not going to be an issue. Bottom edge also very clean, bottom left corner beautiful, left side going up also looks fantastic. As far as wrinkles, creases, indents on the back side, I don't see anything in that category whatsoever. So this one so far looks pretty good. I'd say ultimately it does have a pretty good shot at a PSA 10, but you can see the difference between this and obviously the older cards. Next one of my favorite cards. I have, I think, 12 PSA 10s at this point, the 1989 Pro Set Barry Sanders. Alright, so centering was good. Let's check it out. First corner, very good. Red goes all the way to the tip. The white you see is on the exterior of the card itself. It doesn't come into and break the red, so you're good there. Top edge, very good. Right corner, you do see a touch of white, paper loss. Small but present. That is a PSA 9, typically by default. Also have a yellow print issue right here, and another one up top. Very minimal, but I would tell you those types of marks are very common in Pro Set. Bottom right corner, also clean, maybe just a smallest speck of white, but that one is something that would be admissible. Top one is not. Bottom looks good. Bottom left also looks really good. And left edge also looks very good. Coming up, let's check out the surface. Once again, I noted those two yellow marks. Michael Irvin's have one on every single card. Bottom right, I think it's the third or fourth, within the right next to the where it says NFL card on the Irvins. These pixels look great. Surface looks really good too. This is one of those cards where I would tell you if you're looking for a PSA opportunity, it's probably not going to happen, but it's something that you could be able to squeeze by with BGS or SGC. SGC likely the friendliest. BGS will likely give you a 9 on corners, possible 9 still on the surface. Edges they might not be too friendly on because of the backside as well, but you can see the edge chipping along this side. It doesn't look like much, but they do add up. This one's definitely got a little bit of jagged action going, but very common on these cards. I'm really looking for the edges that break in towards the surface. I really don't see any either, except maybe there was two. Like down here you can see the gray discoloration. That's paper stock loss. And if you're ever, like I said, if you're ever kind of confused if you have a scope, I don't know if you do, but it's very simple. I use a very high lumens powered black light. Everything that's not supposed to glow white glows white. So you can see as far as the type of issues that we run into a lot, but I would tell you this one's likely a mint card. Best grade possible likely ends up at SGC. Centering's great for all of the companies as far as that goes, but SGC is likely going to be the friendliest party out of the three. Next here, I've never seen this card. Silver Season Michael Jordan Equal. Is that sugar? I think it's a sweetener. It is. I remember that. I remember the sweetener. Alright, so first corner, beautiful. Gray all the way through. Nice clean top edge. Maybe a couple slight marks coming in, but minimal. Not going to be punitive. Right side, that corner looks good too. Coming down. Now these gray ones, they're elevated, so you're looking for a combination of loss and indentations. And coming down. Reminds me of the hoops from 1990. That looks pretty good too. Edge itself. The edges and corners look great on this card. Slight edge wear right there, minimal. Once again, Got a slight chip as well, right there. Not the end of the world. Still could be forgiven. Surface-wise, I'd say the foundation looks pretty good as far as the true edges and corners. Surface-wise, we have a print defect right on this bicep. You can see that circle. Typically, that will knock your grade down. It might be the only one. So on the front side, the least possible 9 from the front based on that. I do see slight issue right here in between the equal sign right here in the between the two blue marks and the NutraSweet. You can see if I tilt the card, you see that gray. You have a slight indentation right there. Very subtle, but very present. And I actually noticed that with the naked eye instead of the scope, just by tilting it. But that usually ends up the random PSA 6. But I would tell you, if you're looking at it naked eye wise, unless you're tilting it at a particular angle, you're not going to catch it either, but it is present. Corner also issue right there. You have a combination of paper loss. You can see how it diagonally cuts inwards, and then the pixels don't finish all the way to the tip, so another paper loss there. Bottom right looks great. Bottom edge clean. Bottom left also good. White paper loss, no pixels. Doesn't finish as well. So very likely, unfortunately, due to that indentation, and you also have more paper loss here. You can just see by the red pixels that are missing right there. There's 2 spots, and if you can't see it, once again, you can see the white where the pixels are missing. It glows pretty bright. So you have more paper loss there as well. Unlikely a card that I would recommend grading. You're likely ending it with a 6 on the Jordan. Although everything else looks great, it's just the little things that end up making the card the low grades that are unexpected. Next one, we have another ultra modern. This is a cam Schlittler. I think this is called a blue reptilian. Let's check it out. Beautiful corner. Clean top edge, right side also, of course, wonderful. Very nice. This one also has a nice embossed feature. I love the raised elements, but very good. Foundation looks great. Surface-wise, nice handsome face. There you go. Let's see. Debris. Good too. See how nice and smooth it is. Don't see any type of surface issues. That looks like it's debris as well. There you go. Light hairline scratch right here, also by the glove. You can see a couple of those start to show itself. The good part is they do look superficial just because the light doesn't get warped into it. That's almost a height-based mapping. And I would tell you these are on top of the card as opposed to in the card. So a simple wipe down should do enough. And other than that, pretty clean. That looks like debris as well. It is. So clean front surface. Even though these are present, you can see them naked eye-wise. I would tell you it's a struggle. Even at particular light angles, you can see maybe a glimpse of it real quick and it disappears. Those are hairlines. Backside, first corner, it would pass. It's not perfect, but at the same time, you can see the gloss goes all the way through. It's just factory cut. Right side, this corner, I would tell you has a little bit of warping. You can just see how it divots downwards, very slight. It could also just be the excess fibers that's making that shadow. So we'll wipe it down, clean it up and see. But overall it looks okay. Bottom right corner, everyone struggles here. That's the peel coming up. You can see the discoloration and you can see how it's lightened. And sometimes, you know, it's just silly, but you just put your hand back over it and now you can see that all the pixels are back. So the problem is it's heat bonded during manufacturing, so it doesn't guarantee anything's going to stay. But that's going to be something that's going to give you a potential 9 if it doesn't stay during grading. Other than that, good. These are roller lines, but I'm more worried about that. You can see that circular indent that shows up. There seems to be maybe one slight indentation on the back like that. It is not very deep, but it is present. I can see it if I'm staring at it. If I'm just trying to glance over it, it's something that somebody could miss. But essentially, that's what you're banking on. You're banking on someone to miss something as opposed to not being able to actually see it. You also have an embedded line. That's not a roller line. You can see how the line warps in. So it has penetrated the actual surface itself. As far as visibility goes, it's pretty present. Is it detrimental? On the back, not as much, but it is something that I'd consider an issue. You have 1, 2 circles too. Very likely ends up being a PSA 9 candidate. And the reason I say that with these indents is because they're not ultra deep, but they are present. So, is there a chance for a 10? I'd say very slim, but you're hoping that somebody literally misses something or ignores it. If it was me and I'm the grader, there'd be 0-10. I got one more. Last one. This last one is a Mike Bossy. It's funny, I graded a OPG for one of my other guys. Yep, I got one left. So Mike Bossy, centering top to bottom and also left to right are significantly off. But we're really looking at the corners right here. You can see the extra fraying, also paper loss right there. Top edge is clean, right side. More hair, but you can see the extra fibers. Slightly rounded cut. This one actually you might be able to sneak away with as far as a good corner goes. Except the top edge is where you're going to suffer just because there is a little bit of loss. Right edge also chipping in. You can see print defect right there. Okay, I'm almost done, sweet girl. Give me 2 minutes. Bottom right, you can also see the surface kind of cut in. That's paper loss as well. You can also see the bottom edge has significant amount of chipping too. Once again, not very, I should say it's very common for older cards. Bottom left corner, nicest corner of the entire card. Then you got left side, pretty smooth too. No major chipping coming in at all. Surface wise, I would tell you the issue on this one is going to be a surface, or not surface, but centering is big. But then you also have print defects, and you do have some corner issues. Getting anything above, realistically, probably a 7 is going to be wishful thinking, more so than a reality. Could you squeeze out an 8? Very possible. But that's not something that is going to be realistic. Mainly just because of the centering, like I said, backside too. Paper loss up there in that corner. Top side looks good. Right side also micro fraying. Orange is not all there. You do have some gray showing. Bottom right, same thing. Nice chunk missing over there. And also the left side looks pretty good except for the very bottom tip. Touch of white, but beyond that looks really, really good. No wrinkles, creases, or indentations that I note. I do see a deformity right here. You can see that mark, the black, and also almost like a gold, shiny, metallic tint. Beyond that though, pretty clean card. Not a card that I would tell you. You can have an indent here on the front too. You can see a slight circular indent. Very small. But beyond that, it looks decent. I would say realistic expectation for something like this is going to be a 7. So there is the first look. Of course, let me know your questions, thoughts around this. We will wipe everything down and kind of revisit this one more time just to see and go from there. Appreciate it again. Have a good one.
Cards, yeah, we keep it tight. Willie Mays, Clemente, we shining so bright. Sandy Koufax, Hank Aaron, legends never die. As we reveal the grades, we reach for the sky.